Hello friends, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Donkey Kong 64. Yes, the DK train continues to the N64 as I revisit one of my favorite games from my childhood, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Now, ordinarily I'd sit on the menu screen and talk about what I'm doing with the game before I start, but this game has a really long intro, so I'm going to let the game play out while I do my usual starting spiel. So no more monkeying around. Let's start the game. Now this is a game I've been looking forward to for quite a bit of time, actually. So, before my hiatus, Donkey Kong Country 3 was the last game I finished. But it's been my intent to do the whole original Donkey Kong trilogy and Donkey Kong 64. I wanted to do full run-throughs of the games, 100% each and every one of them. And thankfully, that journey will continue with this playthrough. This will be a 100% run of Donkey Kong 64. Now, there are some people going out there thinking, like, my goodness, you are going to be in for a long journey, because this game is very lengthy in the collectible area. So there are a lot of things that I have to get with this game. So this will be a 101% run of the game. So I've got to get all of the golden bananas, all of the other collectibles that are tied into everything. So all the moves, abilities, power-ups, you name it. I'm going to be going for the whole kit and caboodle. I'm going to get every single thing that you can in the game that actually matters, because I'm sure there are some people out there who are like, are you going to collect all of the coins needed to purchase the items from the shops? No, I am not going to be doing that. I'll get all the things that are normally tracked on the status screen. Actually, I should point out something that you're going to see here, because there's some people that are probably going to go like, what the heck's going on with your game? Donkey Kong 64 was meant to be on the N64. And I know that sounds weird to say, but the intro cutscene that plays out here right now, the cutscene itself and the audio and sound that play in the background were independently made and would run in sync with each other on the N64. But when you start changing like the frame rates of the game and whatnot, the audio and visual are going to start running out of sync. So you're going to start seeing a few little hiccups here in a second. Like right here, actually. So just don't worry, game's not broken. It just has to catch up to where it is in the game. But yes, while I was talking there, so, I mean, this is basically the plot of every Donkey Kong game. Rool tries to steal all the golden bananas, succeeds, but somehow doesn't keep DK from trying to get them, and that's where the adventure comes in. Now, like I said, this is going to be a fairly lengthy process, because the levels themselves are going to be explored quite thoroughly. I got to do it with every character in the game, so this is going to be a very long adventure. But as I did say before, I'm really looking forward to this. And one of the things with me is I'm very nostalgic for a lot of N64 games. Like, I'm sure you could tell by how often I play Ocarina and Majora's Mask on this channel, but I do like a lot of N64 era games, Donkey Kong 64 being another one of my favorites. And it's not just so much for the gameplay itself, and I'll talk about the gameplay in a moment, but I like how the game looks. Like when I was young, N64 was one of the first major consoles I had. Super Nintendo was definitely the first, but I was somewhat in the realm of N64 at the time as well. And seeing what the N64 could do was like mind-blowing to me as a kid. And when I see like what DK64 looks like, I was like, this is like peak 3D gaming. Like everything just looks so beautiful, so well thought out. Like it's got personality. Like I just really like how DK64 looks. Now I'll get to the gameplay here in just a second, because we got a little bit of a cutscene to go through here. Scrack! DK, come quickly! They're gone. They're all gone. Can you just tell me what's gone now instead of making me come outside the hut? But there we go. But yeah, just everything looks so its unpolishedness makes it look great to me. I guess that's one way I would put it. But here we are in DK Jungle. Like, oh, just looking at it, it's so beautiful. I love how this looks. It's so simple, yet so beautiful. Your precious banana horde and all the Kongs have vanished. I can't find them anywhere. DK, you better go and tell Cranky the bad news. Now, going back to previous comment with the game itself, the gameplay is something that I absolutely love. Now, there are a lot of people that are like, you know, collectathon, you know, it might not be the most, what's the way, might be the type of gameplay that people don't normally go for, you know, like, this game is very platformy, sure, but there's a lot of things that need to be collected, and it's just the nature of the game. Actually, I'll talk a little bit more after I speak cranky here. Well, if it isn't my lazy, good-for-nothing son. Lost your golden bananas again? What does that make, like 4 times now at this point? And where might your flea-bitten friends be? You don't know, do you? I'd have thought you'd be able to smell the work of a reptile by now. Luckily, for you, Old Cranky's batch of homemade potions will give you all the skills you need for your silly 3D quest. But you're not having any until you completed my training barrels. Now buzz off and come back when you're done them all. So we just have to get ourselves acquainted with the controls here for a bit, and then we'll actually be able to play the game proper. So I'll just go ahead here. So the collectathon nature of this game is the thing that I absolutely love about it. Just, you're constantly doing or collecting things, and I really like being able to, shall we say, track it, you know? It's like, oh, I've got to collect all the things. I got to do all the things. I need to see that number go to, like, full. Like, that's one of the big things that I like about this game. Like, it's just individual tasks done, like, to see all the things get collected. And, like, the game's got so much personality around it. Like, I don't even mind it being like this. I just go through the game and just have fun. And I'm sure there's going to be some points later where I'm like, oh my goodness, why am I doing all the things? I'm sure there's some people out there who have memories of this game and are thinking, oh, there's going to be some things that are going to be super difficult, if not impossible. Well, I've done it before. I can certainly do it again. We'll see what happens. So the cool thing is, these things that we're doing here are actually giving us the ability to use the moves itself. It's not just like you're learning how to do things. Like, you actually would not be able to do these things until you did the training barrels. Like, it actually gives you the skills to do it, and even spawns in the things that are needed to even do the things. Like, cool thing I learned somewhat recently. So doing this challenge teaches you how to swing across vines. If you were to somehow glitch your way out of this world into the main overworld and go through, like, whatever parts of the game you could, there would not be a single vine spawned into the game because you've not done the challenge that spawns in the vines, which is this one. Which, I think, is kind of cool attention to detail. Alright. Hurry, DK, go get that potion from Cranky. Okay. But there we go. We've done our little training exercise, as it were. Now, again, with the nature of this game, it is a very, very lengthy process. So I will try to do things as quickly as I can just to keep the action going. But again, with my, shall we say, thoroughness that I'll be going through this game with, it might make some things just go a little slow at points, but I am trying to collect every single thing in the game, so we'll see. We'll just see how things go. But now we've got our way out of the jungle, and we can start exploring the world proper. There we go. I think this, yeah, this is the right one. No, don't slap. Kick. Now, one other thing, too, because I know that there are many things that have been done to help try to speed up the playing of DK64. Like, there's one popular mod to the game that helps speed up, like, tagging through the various Kongs that you'll get throughout the game, which I think is a fantastic thing, but I am not doing that. I am playing this as original as possible. So, like, there are no, like, speed-ups or mods or anything of the sort. This is the authentic DK64 experience, and this is exactly what I wanted. As I did say in my game special, when I was listing off DK64, I did want to play through this game once in its totality before I think about doing other things like randomizers. I'll get back to that in just a second. Oh, hi. My name's Kalumsy, and I've been locked in here because I wouldn't smash up some little island. But how could I? Such a lovely little island full of cute monkeys. So I said no. And K-Rool says I'm too soft to be a Kremling. I have to stay in here until I've toughened up. I'll do anything to be free again. Hey, little monkey. Perhaps you could help old Kalumsy escape? Oh, go on. I'll be your bestest friend. And of course, in typical hero fashion, yes, Donkey will help Kalumsy. I will say, it is always a nice thing to see Kalumsy happy. He's a good Kremling. And of course, in Kalumsy's antics, we get our ways to the other worlds. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Definitely going to have a few of those throughout the game. Oh, banana. Oh, Kalumsy's so happy now. But K-Rool has taken the keys to this cage and given them to the biggest and most feared soldiers in his army. If you manage to get hold of any keys, please bring them back here to open my locks. Don't tell K-Rool, though. This has to be our little secret. So once again, it's just collectible on collectible on collectible. But to me, I'm not bothered by that. Just, I like this game as it is. Now, one thing I did kind of skim over too is the banana port warps. It's our quick way around the island. Oh, and I gotta get used to the camera too. Having fun with this. Alright, there we go. 1 out of 201 golden bananas. Okay. Yes, I think we gotta cut... Yes, we do. Over here, you dumb ape. I'm the mighty bee locker, and don't think for 1 minute you're coming in here without showing me some of your stupid golden bananas. If I disobey that fat old fool, K-Rool, it's the big sawmill in the sky for me. So pay up pronto so I can get my wooden butt out of here. Sure. Come on, I haven't got all day. Show me the bananas and I'm out of this dump. And also in a slightly morbid twist, it's Wrinkly. Don't be afraid, young ones. It's only me, Wrinkly Kong. My body may have passed away since DKC3, but I'm here in spirit to help you defeat those naughty crocodiles. I can use my supernatural powers to reveal to you and your friends where that rogue K-Rool has hidden some of your precious golden bananas. You can come and see me whenever you see my face. Don't be shy now, dearies. Now, as someone who has played this game enough, I know basically where all the bananas are, so I don't really have to use the hint system. But we're heading our way onto World 1, which is great. See how far we can get into that. Let's see how that fool Donkey Kong is progressing, shall we? That is another thing I love about this game. It's just, it's simple yet effective. Like, just light little cutscene, little bit of comedy, and it's got plenty of adventure throughout. So it's just so creative. That's what I love about this game so much. Very good, Donkey. but you'll need more than brute strength to stop me this time. Oh, don't worry. I'll have plenty of tricks in my arsenal when this game's done. But here we are, level 1, Jungle Japes. Let the collecting begin. DK, gather as many bananas as you can before going through one of these portals. So as you can see that little bunch of bananas there, every Kong has 100 of those colored bananas in the level. We only have to collect 75 to get a banana medal from Cranky, but I will be collecting all 100, because it plays a little fanfare when you get all 100, and it is something that is tracked, so I'm collecting them all. I don't care what anyone says. I only need enough of those to give to Trough and Scoff in the portal to unlock my way to the boss, but I will be getting them all regardless. Alright. So we've got our way into here, and now we can get to the main part of the level proper. I can still remember as well. I think I've said this conversation before, but no reason I can't repeat stories. So I remember when I was younger, I never liked to fiddle with our television settings. Oh my goodness, it's Diddy! We'll get our way up there in a second, buddy. But yeah, I never liked to fiddle with TV settings because I never really understood like what the settings were. So our TV that we used to use, our old box tube TV, it was naturally a very dark screen. Like the brightness was not very bright on it, and I didn't think to, you know, change that. So I hated going through a lot of those dark areas because they were so dark. Like, I hated going into caves. I hate the darker levels. There's one level in this game that is, I'll deal with that in a second, that is just all at night, and you could bet I was absolutely scared of that. Now, one dude who ain't scared, Funky Kong. Hey, been a long time, donkey dude. K. Rool's return is a real bummer. So the main monkey's here to fix you up with some reptile kicking hardware. Check this out. I got this real cool shooter that'll trash K. Rool's army, and it's yours for just 3 coins. You bet. It's the coconut shooter. Alright. So, basically our long-range option for the game. Any switches we need to hit. We got ourselves a nice, fun tool. Alright, now another collectible I'll have to get into this game are these K. Rool Arena crowns. We actually do need a few of these to reach the end of the game, but naturally I'll be collecting all of them, so no worries there. This is just an arena where we have to fight enemies, or in the case of the first one here, the one thing I love to do, because it's so simple, you could just run around the arena and these beavers will never catch you. So don't mind me leading these beavers on a wild goose chase. And plus, I'm gonna get revenge against these beavers doing this for some of the mini-games we're gonna have to deal with later. 3, 2, 1, ding! Alright, first crown collected. I think there's 10 crowns throughout the game. I think 10, 8, something like that. Hold on, I can check on the status menu. And look at all of these numbers and collectibles. Okay, what does it say? There are 10. Okay, perfect. Alright, now if I remember right, because at this rate, I basically have to go through every level 5 different ways to get all the collectibles. So I gotta keep track of how I'm doing things. I think I did see there was another bunch of 5 up here. Yep, okay. Thankfully, the early levels are pretty simple when it comes to these extra collectibles. And look at that, first golden banana of the level. I'm actually like really curious if I have enough things on me that I could beat the first boss of this world without having to free Diddy. We'll just have to see here in a second. No, I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's inverted controls. I have to get used to that. Okay. Now, the Snide HQ there. I will be going there in a bit. There is another collectible in this game. Surprise. Where I have to find these blueprints. And finding those blueprints not only give me a golden banana every time I bring one back in, they also help with the end game, which I think is a fantastic thing to kind of have. It's just a collectible you have throughout the game that just makes it a little bit easier to do the end of the game. But we won't see anything about that for another 7 worlds. Which tree was I trying to get? This one. More coins. I guess that's okay. Yeah, I did get those extra 3 at the beginning. I should be fine. I will need to do up here. Up we go! Alright. Looks like I don't think I'll be able to get the necessary number of small bananas to get into boss room. Now, without taking this shot. Alright. Thankfully, the first world is very simple. Just easy to get hold of the controls. Ooh, so close. Can I find 4 more stray... Ow. Get back here! If I could find like 4 stray yellow bananas, that'd be great. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, though. Oh, come on. Hit the vine! Hit! Thank you. Oh, 4 small bananas were needed. And better accuracy at this rate, too. I'm not gonna lie, there is... we got Diddy finally, too. That's also exciting. One thing I've always wanted to try with this game is... What is the absolute, like order of things that get unlocked and collected? Just all of those, like, extra little details. Hold on, I thought that door was supposed to... Oh, that's right. I think I have to go get the gold banana? At least I think I do. Let's find out. But yeah, just, like, figuring out what you have to get in order to, like, unlock the next thing kind of deal. Just how far can you get in the game with the absolute minimum? Because Donkey Kong 64 is one of those games where it's like you have to get a lot by the end of the game, so it's like you don't know if you have the choice to skip things, you know? Like, because one thing I could do if I wanted to, like, skip a few things to do, because once I hit this level, it sets a flag in the game that says you can get something from Cranky Kong, which is Donkey Kong's next move. Oh yeah, banana medal. But because there is a Cranky's lab in DK Jungle, I could go back to DK Jungle and purchase the potion there instead. And I could get the golden banana that you can acquire from this move here from before I even free Diddy. So it's like, okay, so you have the ability to get that item right off the bat. So, like, that could be an absolute minimum banana collection setup, I guess, for lack of any better word. Alright. Now, I guess while I am continuing my go through of this world as DK, unlock this gate here, because there are plenty of things that I can do. Pretty simple in the beginning for unlocking things in the world. I could basically have everything in this world done as DK, but we get our one appearance of Rambi! Rambi the Rhino! Run through everything! break all the things. Nothing can stop Rambi. And last break. Oh, come on. So, do I have to actually have the thing in the frame to... Oh, come on. Oh, and I have to go this way to reset the camera, because if I go any further than this, I will have to regain the power. Oh. Can I... Rambi, you are not playing fair. I promise this is not a bit. It's just Rambi is not... Rambi! Okay, give me a sec here. I need to figure out... I don't know if this is something that's going to take me forever, so just, like, give me a sec here. Okay, Rambi, you are not playing nice. There we go! I don't know why, just it took long enough for that to break. But thankfully, that's the only instance we have to actually use Rambi. Could have been a lot worse. Alright. Well, the cool thing with a lot of the challenges in DK64, they can be slightly repetitive. And the reason I say slightly repetitive is every switch in this little area here functions in kind of the same way. You hit the switch, they open up a cage, and there is a golden banana ready to go. The other ones are on timers. This one is the only one that is not. But they will function in the same way. We just have to go find a golden banana hiding somewhere. Hiding behind a caged area. Now, amazingly, Donkey Kong is almost finished his tenure in Jungle Japes here. Thankfully, it is very simple. If I remember right... Yes. So anytime I find one of these little, these enemies here, they will have a blueprint on them. And I have to look out for the color hair that they have as well, which corresponds to whatever Kong's blueprint they have. And I can only pick them up with their specified Kong, so I have to go hunting through places to find out where I will be able to find things. Now that one potion I got from Cranky lets Donkey Kong use pad-based ability, which in this case sends him high into the sky for a barrel blast course, often leading to either a golden banana or a secret. I definitely want to get those, because I think they're the last batches that I need for this collectathon. Oh, am I missing a... I am missing a batch of 5. Somewhere, I am missing a batch of 5 colored bananas. I must collect all of them. I can't miss a single one. Time to go hunting throughout the world. At least I'm fairly certain I got them all. I mean, the nice thing that I can do is... if... Oh, definitely don't want to go in there. Yet. Oh, come on. DK, you got this. Little trick for anyone who needs a little help getting up here. Or needs a shortcut. Okay. So I'm looking for 5 regular colored yellow bananas. I'll do that after I do this. Welcome to Snide's headquarters. Greetings! Snide's the name. Revenge is my game. Did you know K-Rool's been working on his Blast-O-Matic machine and intends to destroy your island? I was the chief technician on the project, but that double-crossing lizard kicked me off his team because he didn't trust me. I'll try to help you stop K-Rool's machine, but you need to find some of my original blueprints. I believe they were given to some of the king's toughest cronies, so be careful. For every blueprint you return, I'll give you one of those golden bananas K. Rool stole from your hoard. No blueprint, no banana. You never know, they might just buy you some valuable time. See, that's what I like to see as like, there's something extra to incentivize you to collect it besides the golden banana. And it's just a subtle little hint. Also, I love the MacGyvering of unlocking the doors to get the golden bananas. Alright. Well, that is the 5th of 5 DK's 5 bananas. And also you can see where the blueprints kind of go on screen. They are color coordinated from top to bottom. So eventually we'll end up seeing a whole completed picture. Now, before I get too much further into this, I really do want to try to find that last batch of DK's bananas before I go and start doing extra things. It wouldn't be up on this tree, would it? It's the only one I haven't explored. It is! Now, there you go. You heard that little jingle that played, so that signals I have indeed found each of DK's bananas. Also, I'm a DK pancake. So in this game, to get to the boss of the world, I will be going through one of these portals up here, Trough and Scoff. And in order to get access to the boss, I have to give the bananas that I collect. And once I've given enough, I will be able to go face the boss. So right there, I need to give 60, which is completely doable with 1 Kong. But considering I was just short of being able to give the required number, 59 I think would have been the most I could have given. I would have had to actually free Diddy to and get that golden banana before I could get my 60th colored banana. So again, an attention to gameplay detail that I really do like. So, and it tells you which Kong we will be fighting the boss with, and no surprise, Donkey Kong. You are first. Let's begin. Thankfully, first boss is not too difficult. Yeah, again, going back to dark screen, this is what I didn't like to see. Like, this would have been much darker on my old TV that I was using. So, being a little kid, this actually was, like, scary for me. Oh, geez, you actually got me on that one. Alright. Well, thankfully, boss is simple enough. We just have to throw TNT barrels when he peeks his head out. That electric shock was completely not my fault. It was just malfunctioning equipment. Okay. Thankfully, just don't have to get chased too much. Now you got 2 fireballs coming. That's what I remember. And there we go. That's 2. I think 1 more after this, and then that'll be it. Been a while since I faced these bosses, so I don't remember if the rule of 3 on these bosses is what I have to keep in mind. Especially for some of the earlier ones. I know the later ones will definitely be a little bit more difficult. Oops. My goodness, I'm actually getting hit by this boss. I didn't think it was possible. Alright, well that's 3. Is that enough? Yes, that's enough. Runs away because, oh no, I've lost all my heavy artillery. But there we go. That is key number 1. But I'm just going to take a moment here because again, going back to the N64 graphic thing, just, I love how this looks. Like, this to me just, like, it's so simple, so archaic for, like, especially like with the games we've got nowadays. But I just find it so beautiful. Oops. Don't pause the majesty. All right. Well, there we are. Key number 1 collected. Scrack! Nice going, DK. That looks like one of the keys to Key Lumsey's cage. I could tell, but thanks for the reminder. Now, with that, the portal disappears, so we don't ever get a chance to go back. But that's fine, because now that we beat the boss, we can just go through the game and this level, as it were, and we can have our fun. So now that Donkey Kong's had his fun, we tag out. Time for Diddy Kong. So, yep, 5 golden bananas that Diddy can collect in here as well as all of the collectibles in general. So now, with Diddy in our possession, we have to look into different areas to find things that we would not have found before. And I think there are some coins hiding in this corner, right? For the early game, finding those coins is a definite must, because I will definitely be lacking coins for a little bit until I get access to one ability later in the game. Alright. And now every Kong has their own shooter. It's time for Diddy to get his own. Same explanation as before, so we can just skip that. But I will need these to do something at the start of this world. Oops. Wrong. Wait, there we go. Okay, now if I remember correctly, I did see a couple of bananas up in these trees here. Yes, I did. Yeah, that one was the bit before. So we're gonna go back to the start and kind of just work our way forward. Because one thing that I do love doing with games like this, it's systematically going through areas and collecting everything. Like, it's just kind of my personality, I guess. Just going through all the areas, looking over everything, and just making sure you, like, get all the things. And that's my way of also making sure it's like I don't have to backtrack for things. It's just I look, I make sure that they're complete, and I move on. And once I have all the things, I just move along. Okay, that would be a thing for Lanky Kong later. So I have to be... Oh, and Tiny too. So there's 2 caves. Thankfully, things are still very simple in the beginning, so I don't have to worry too much. Keep a little ammo going. Just casually beat up beavers along the way. Why not? Okay. I don't think there was anything further past that point. Nothing was up here, right? Oh, there was stuff up here. Nice. Just funny, because I probably would have passed by it as I was climbing up this tree the first time. Funny how quickly I forget things. Was that? Yes. So I'll be coming out that way in just a second. Oh yeah, we've got the orange grenades. I haven't even tossed a single one of them yet. Let's go ahead. Aha! I can hit something. And look at that. Piece of cake for another blueprint. Now, I'm not going to worry about collecting that little coin there. It's not part of my collection. I don't have to collect all of those little things. You can't make me. Alright. Well, as is proper, Diddy also has a move. And we get, I think this one's Chimpy Charge? Yes. Also, another thing too, I hadn't pointed this out with the first few, but I always love how there's those scientific names. Hertus Cranium. Like, they're creatively simple and silly. If there are any of those scientific names that stand out as ones that make you laugh, let me know. I'd like to know which ones make you chuckle. But now, as we did with Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong also has a cage. So this one's by Snide. But unlike the last one, this is on a time limit, so I must move. Yeah, get out of my way. Thankfully, the banana ports also let me get through the level quick, so I don't have to worry. We just go up here, and we're already on the same level as Snide. I'll deal with that in just a second. Oh, it's near Funky, my goodness. It still worked. I completely thought that was Snide's HQ there. I think that one's Lanky's banana? I think. Well, speaking of Snide, might as well go hand in my blueprint. Now, as another little, like, time-savey thing that a lot of the more serious players do, they can hand in blueprints from different levels at any Snide HQ that you find throughout the world. So, what you can think of it like this. Instead of it being 5 gold bananas you have to collect 4 bananas and a blueprint. And then eventually, when you get to needing to hand them in, you just go hand them all in en masse, and it registers everything for the proper location. Alright. Oh, yes. Oh. Now, because that is still something I could keep in mind, let's make sure. Were you another batch of 5? No. It is going to be fun going through this game trying to remember where every single collectible is, though. Like, it has been a very, very long time since I have picked up this game. Thankfully, I've played it enough where I could say, okay, I do remember where a lot of the, like, specifics are located. Like, you saw how quickly I was blazing through the first little bit there with Donkey Kong. Like, if it's so quick, I won't have so much trouble. Well, thankfully, the difficulty does ramp up a fair bit, but eventually, like, it's just gonna all come back to me. Okay, so there was nothing else I had to deal with there. I kind of left without exploring the trees, so I just wanted to be sure I had all the things. Okay. So now we've got this little hill up here. Oops. Ah yes, one of the weaknesses. To use the warps, you have to press the Z button. To bring out your shooter, you've got to press the Z button and a C button. Okay. Up we go. Now, it is pretty cool with this game, even though it is like a giant overworld of things. There are still sub-areas for each Kong. Like, this is Diddy's sub-area. So all the things in here are built for Diddy Kong to work with, like practice skills and whatnot. Oh, this is going to be a movement nightmare for me. Oh, yep, this is going to be a movement nightmare for me. Oops, no. No backwards long jumping. This is not Super Mario 64. Yep, this is going to be interesting. Yep. Yep. This is going to take me a hot minute. I don't know, maybe I've got things just a little too sensitive for my control stick right now. We'll have to see. No, I think that's gonna hit. Oh, that did hit. Wow. Nice. No one says I can't take things slow, but the problem is that is a very, very tight platform. Oh, good. Did I get the camera angle right? Please tell me I got the camera angle right. Okay, that's a good start. Aha! And I even got it before the timer went, so it worked. So I think this puts... Yes, so I will have to go back up that mountain in just a bit. That'll be like the last thing I do. We do still have to collect a few things hiding in here. Camera, my goodness. You can do better. Okay, that works. Now I do have to get up here for another batch of 5, which I think this would be enough. If this ain't enough, then it's pretty close. Okay, one more batch of 5. And I will have... Oh, that good? Yes. Okay, I was maxed out. Okay. Alright. Area 2. Now, here's something that stumped me for the longest time, because I didn't realize Chimpy Charge was meant to bash down gates like this. Switches, yes. Oh yeah, don't you... Yeah, you take an explosion. That's your weakness. So I never really got what to do with this for the longest time, and I think I actually had that backwards. I was okay with gates. I didn't realize that you had to actually hit this switch to lower the speed of the conveyor belts here. And I actually got to the top with the fast conveyor belts, but there's actually a wall there that prevents you from doing the task that you're supposed to do until you have slowed the conveyor belts. That's gonna hit. I should maybe, like, get up this. Yeah, there we go. Banana metal acquired. I should have enough time. Is there a solid spot I can land here? There is not. Can I get out? Oh, come on. Yes. I'll do it again. Oh, wow. I glitched my way through the gate. Or I passed through it. Okay, so you're very quick. I'm remembering things about this game. Let's just get ourselves into a little corner here. Or, better yet, get you out of the way. Okay. So, no, sadly, I have to go hit the switch again. Whee! Oh, there's a coin over there. I didn't catch that. Nice. Slow down! I need to climb you. So we'll get the challenge that's in here. No, you will not stop me. Alright, making progress, and did it again. Now those crystal coconuts there we'll get in the future. And I see I have 90 out of 100 regular bananas, so I will just have to get the balloon on the top of the hill. But now we've got one of the minecart mini games of the game. So I'm actually letting this play out because it's kind of funny. The explanation takes long enough that I can collect my first coin before the explanation's over. Alright, so here's hoping I remember how to play this. Yeah, little jump. Forward. Aha! That was kind of fun, actually. I don't think I've ever tried to slow down past the the croc there that was trying to hit me. Thankfully, I just have to collect... Oh, good. Okay, so I do have to keep some speed. There are TNT barrels trying to catch me. Aha! I'll just be faster than you. How about that? I do also find... Oh, missed it. Not like I'm not going to have enough coins anyway. I do find it funny how the enemies will still drop watermelons, and I don't think it actually matters. Speed in, please. Thank you. Aha! Okay, so you can't actually collect them. Okay. I was a little hasty on that one. I was just wanting to jump. I do just have to get 50, but let's see how well this works. Got you. Thankfully, this is one of the simpler ones. So it's like they give you plenty of coins. There we go, I'm already at limit. But let's see how far I can get. Alright, we are nearing the end of this. Oh, I did not time that one right. I went boom. Oh, that's the one I don't want to hit. I do love when they throw those little stunts. It's like, are you sure? Haha. Alright, there we go. Great ride, huh? A little precarious, but nothing I couldn't handle. The other minecart levels, I'm not looking forward to. I get the feeling those ones are going to be much tougher. Okay, which way am I going? I'm going this way. Because I need to make my way back up that mountain. And like so. I hit the switch. Oh yeah, and it does not play the cutscene the second time. Alright. Just get up the mountain. There we go. Also, Banana Port 5 comes into play, but that won't be a concern until much later. There we go. And with that, we have officially done every single thing that we can do in the first world as DK and Diddy. So, naturally, I will have to come back here with the other Kongs at some point in order to get the rest of the collectibles in the level, which is totally fine, because normally when I play this, I have kind of a plan to make sure I get everything. So, we'll have to visit Jungle Japes a little bit later. Now, I will go and visit Kalumzi over here. And we'll drop off this first key. I'm sure he's going to be so excited. So excited to open up another world. Let's see if I'm right. Now, a cool detail as well, which I don't think I can see from this angle. The keys are already in the padlock when you come in. Like, they'll play the cutscene to unlock the lock, but the keys are already in the padlock, which is a very cool attention to detail. And look, Kalumzi's Joy opens up another world for us. And we will go and explore that new world on the next episode, because this game is a very lengthy endeavor, and I'm going to have to be taking breaks whenever I can. There's going to be a lot. I'm going to have to make sure I pace myself with all the things that I do. And I feel like this is a good stopping point for this episode, because it's still early game. Just cutscenes, learning the game mechanics, getting through the first world. Pretty simple. The excitement is definitely going to keep building as the adventure goes on, so I hope you will tune in for the future episodes. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this first romp through the world of DK64, and I'll see you on the next one. So until then, take Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.